Catchers, after a low start, managed to put up a respectable total. Only time will tell if it will be enough or not. As Shahzad begins with the one down the leg side, and Griffin are off the mark with that white ball. Suraj Bali is on strike. His other opening partner is Scott. Shahzad is bowling with one slip. He's got the conventional field. He runs left arm around the wicket. A little bit of shape onto the pads of Suraj Bali. Got to wait for the umpire signals given as leg byes. Another extra to add to Griffin's total. And at the start of the new innings, we welcome back Vinod, who's joined us in the comm box.
Thanks a lot, Faisal. The score 2 without loss, and they remember that magical figure is 138. Shahzad in good delivery, right on target. Just leaning onto that one is Scott. So Suraj Bali, I don't know how much you know about him, but he normally gets a lot of runs in domestic cricket here in South Florida. As I said before, he has scored 35 centuries. And, I spoke about his bowling, and he proved to me, he vindicated my position with his bowling, that he should never go close to a ball. As he was taken for 22 in his only over, and that followed 25 in an over in the national championship. Struck on the full, and I think the only thing would have saved him there is an inside edge. Let's have a look at the replay. Probably struck just outside the off stump, but it's very difficult to see from that position.
Seemed like he got an inside edge, but good shape from Shahzad into the right-hander. He's just warmed up to his task after a few deliveries, but now he's got back on target.
And what you would find happening here is that as the day goes by and the wicket gets baked, the ball is going to come onto the bat. It'll make for batting a lot easier than what we saw this morning. That's a wide delivery, and Shahzad still trying to find his range. The score is 3 without loss.
Yeah, and the other factor today is the wind is very strong, and with this being an open field, it will give opportunities for good bowlers to swing the ball around if they can get it right.
Yes, you're quite right. And with the left-hander coming from around the wicket to the right-hander, he could get that ball to move back into him because it's a very brisk wind coming from east to west. You can look at the flags, and that'll indicate exactly the direction in which the wind is blowing. And we saw a lot of that yesterday. Akil Hussain from Trinidad and Tobago playing for the California Bears yesterday took 5 wickets for 11 runs, and that was due to the fact that he was getting tremendous drift. The left-arm orthodox spinner was bowling from the northern end, and from our vantage point, you're actually seeing the ball drifting in with the wind and on pitching moving away, and he created havoc. The Kings 11, they were bowled out for 55.
Yeah, Akil, he showed tremendous skills yesterday, using the conditions to his advantage. As we see once again, the bowler had to be stopped in his tracks. As the bail fell off, the wind is very strong. You can see in the background, the flags were fluttering and the palm trees. It's quite strong wind, difficult conditions.
Ball him! Again, that one dipping in, hitting the off stump. And for a moment there, Faisal, I thought he was going to pull out of the run. He seemed to be struggling as he shortened his steps, approaching the wicket, and he went through. I don't know if that even distracted Scott, but he has castled him. Look at it. Look at that drift coming back in, an in-swinger, and it's just about hanging the ball in the air and allowing it the wind to do the rest.
Yeah, the stuttering run-up and absolutely no follow-through after the delivery as well. But the important thing is, he got good shoulder and give it a rip, and the ball dipped at the very last minute, went under the bat of Scott and castled him. The early breakthrough, that was much needed for the Chicago catchers, and Shahzad has been able to provide his team with that breakthrough now. 3 for 1 Griffin. With a slightly modest total, early wickets can bring that game back into parity.
Yes, and wickets always leads to pressure. 138, and as we were expounding early on, batting first here, the morning game, you're always going to struggle with the moisture in the track. We saw Chicago suffered that this morning, the catchers, and with the sun out, with this very stiff breeze, the wicket is drying up nicely. The ball is going to come onto the bat, especially the new ball. And these guys, Timmy, Suraj Bali, and Kazim Khan, they will want to take advantage of that early assistance.
Now, Suraj Bali's wicket has become even more important. As you've been saying, he's very prolific in the domestic cricket here. And the Griffins will be heavily relying on him. Sometimes it can happen in these kind of tournaments. Most of the teams are top heavy when it comes to their batting lineup. So first few scalps really can damage their progress.
Well, I'm sure that when Leonard Archiba comes in, he has all the stats. He's the Bible here of cricket in America, and I'm sure that he has the stats on Timmy Suraj Bali. Another good delivery. And Khan has to be wary here. He's playing across the line and looking to push it to mid-on. I think he has to offer a straight bat, at least in these early exchanges, because his team, they have already lost a wicket with just 3 runs on the board.
It was pretty similar delivery to the one that got Scott. Ali also came down with an angled bat at it. Just got the inside half of the bat. Got a little bit lucky. Excellent bowling from Shahzad.
So the turnout has not been that great just yet as we head into the weekend. And given the fact that Leonard Archiba is here, I think that the crowd will now come in, because they want to see him and they want to hear him. So we're hoping for better attendance on the weekend.
It's only Friday morning right now, we know. Then hopefully as the day wears on, people will come after work and enjoy the big weekend of cricket, music and entertainment right here.
Yes, definitely. And I have to keep reminding myself that this is not Trinidad and Tobago. No one works on a Friday in Trinidad. In fact, from Thursday evening, it's the weekend. Yes, and for Christmas, Lenny is reminding me that for Christmas, no one ever works. Guys pass their workplace and never look at it. Prasad, outside the off stump, and going hard at that. Lead-footed, though, Timmy, on that occasion. Timmy is one of those stand and deliver players, and you would see that as his innings progresses. But if he can stay out there for any length of time, I think you can see some good stroke play.
Interesting first delivery from Prasad. Interesting action as well. That's nice little rock back before he gets into his delivery stride.
Getting the ball to outswing. Again, the wind is going to help him with that as well. I was just looking to see where Mohammad Qureshi was. I found him. He's at point. I thought he was going to give us an Inzamamul Haq. Take a knock and a rest after.
Point is a pivotal position. And the skipper has decided he's going to occupy that. Lead from the front in the field.
Yes. Well, that's some good lines adopted here by Prasad. Not pacey by any means, but he's just putting it down just outside the off stump, getting the ball to move away. Timmy Suraj Bali is respectful of that. He allowed that one to go by. He has faced 4 deliveries so far, hasn't yet scored, but he is a very explosive batsman if he gets going.
He put the sweepers in the power play are on the offside, so that's where Prasad is trying to concentrate with his lines.
And Timmy Suraj Bali goes exactly right there. He's going to get 4 runs. It was away from the man sweeping on the cover boundary, and that's 4 runs to Timothy Suraj Bali.
Yeah, the outswing allowed him to get the outside half of the bat, but he's quite powerfully built, and despite not getting all of it, it was just enough, and because it was in the gap as well, strong wrists, a couple of bounces, and Suraj Bali's got his innings going with its boundary now. 7 for 1, Griffin. They're chasing a target of 139.
What a wonderful shot by Suraj Bali, pitching up, and he went straight down the ground. Very safe shot indeed, with the field up in the 30-yard circle. And Suraj Bali is starting to turn on the heat.
Yeah, Prasad this time looking for a bit straighter line. Suraj Bali was ready for that. Nice straight bat offered. And away from the fielder at long on, which is quite straight. He's been pushed back to the boundary. Having third man's coming back in the 30-yard circle. But Suraj Bali is looking to make a move on now. This power play will be very important. As Prasad's next delivery, Bali tried to hit it too hard. It's hit hard into the ground. End of a good over from Prasad. He went for 8. He showed some good outswing. And with this breeze, there's a little bit of help for the bowling side. They can get it right. It can make it harder for the batsman in the power play. And as I said, the power play is quite important. And later on in the innings, if good spin is on offer, run making could be hard. This slightly slow and low surface today. Khan is going to take strike now, and Shehzad from the northern end. Still got a slip. He's got a mid wicket and a square leg. Fine leg is up in the ring as well. Straight down the leg side. Knocked down well by the keeper. Prevented any runs.
Shehzad started well, had some problems I thought with his run-up, but he did produce a cracker of a delivery that crashed into the stumps of the opening batsman, sending him back. And we wait to see if he can produce a similar type delivery to Kazim Khan. And he does. That delivery, swinging too much though, Faisal, I think it would have missed leg stump.
Yeah, no chance of a leg before, but still excellent delivery. It swung in late in the air and dipped at the last minute. Wrapped him on the pad on the full, but the line was down the leg side and the umpire made a good call. Shehzad is certainly troubling the batsman with that late in swing.
Again, a similar delivery, and this is tucked away down to long on. That's a single. Let's see how Timmy Suraj Bali fares against him. Timmy's going to go for shots, no doubt about that. But he also respects the good deliveries. He's a good batsman, Timmy Suraj Bali.
Very experienced, and probably he's sussed up the conditions, and he has a plan in his mind how to get to those 139.
It goes down the track and drives beautifully through the offside for 4. What a lovely shot there by Suraj Bali. And you could see that trigger movement. It was very early. He was walking down the track as if to shake the hands of the umpire, and then got the ball on the half pitch, on the half volley, and drove it away for 4.
Got to the pitch of the ball before it could swing. That's the experience we were talking about. And he's read the conditions well here.
Well, he's facing Shehzad as if he's facing a spinner, getting to the pitch of the ball, because the swing and movement is very exaggerated here at the moment. This is well played, Timmy Suraj Bali. Well done. That was played very, very late indeed into the fence at third man for 4. And Faisal, had he played that any later, he would have played it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's excellent batting. Great batting, and not only the footwork was there, but the touch and the elegance. And he's playing with the line and length of the bowler, and that's what experience does. He's got Shehzad thinking now, and get him out of his comfort zone. And with these back-to-back boundaries, he's got his score moving to 16, only dealing in boundaries. Suraj Bali?
Yes, very explosive at the top. 2-wide stance. Most batsmen these days are adopting that 2-wide stance. So with this delivery coming back into him, and you're quite right, Faisal, he's playing mind games with Shehzad, and he's winning at the moment.
Yeah, He's got his wits about, and he's just thrown the youngster off his feet with his trigger movements towards him. And first conceded 2 boundaries, and the next one was way outside the off stump. Another extra run to the total. That's enthralling watching for the viewers back home as well. See how you can manipulate the bowling, and seemingly difficult conditions, you can turn it into your own favor. The last ball was a swing and a miss. Shehzad made a strong comeback, but Griffin, their inning is off and running thanks to Suraj Bali's inventive thinking. And he's got Qasim Khan on the other end. He probably can learn a thing or two. This is what happens when you play at a higher level with experienced players. The little tricks of the trade, they make a lot of difference in the overall outcome, not only of the progress of a player, but the results of the games as well.
Yes, and at the moment, score 21 for 1. Timmy Suraj Bali leading a fight back of sorts. The last over, 11 runs game. Shehzad 2, in fact 10 runs game. Shehzad 1 for 12 after 2. Qasim Khan is on 1, and all they need to do is play proper cricket shots. You don't need to go crazy to get a total of 138.
You're absolutely right. A different challenge in terms of Shehzad, because he's taking the ball away from the right-hander. And this time it's Qasim on strike. I think the wicketkeeper's got his helmet on. That's a good move as well. It's come right up to the stumps. That would probably stop the movements of Suraj Bali once he gets on the strike. It's a fascinating game of cat and mouse here at the moment between the two teams. It's very interesting watching.
Prasad bowls again, and this is airborne. There's a chance, and a wonderful effort indeed. In fact, he has dropped it. Initially had it, and on tumbling across the outfield, it eluded him, and I think he has done some damage. He's pointing to his stomach. I think he has done some damage. Probably he rolled on the ball. But let's look at it. Qasim Khan looking to go through the offside. Not a bad idea with the ball swinging away from him. And a great attempt at getting to it. And then the ball rolled under his stomach, and he just rolled over it. One hopes that he'll be okay. In fact, he is now. They just threw a bottle of water to him, and he dropped that as well.
He done the hard part. He got to the ball, made a lot of ground. The wind helped him because the field was set. But when he got the ball, when he tumbled over, his elbows hit the ground and the ball popped out of his hands. And as Vinod said, he rolled over it, injuring his stomach.
What a wonderful shot by Suraj Bali. Sweeper in position. Faisal is signaling 4. He appreciated that. He gave 4 based on the quality of the shot, not knowing that there was a sweeper in place. A bad bit of fielding, and they go back for 2. 26 for 1, and the win over number 4.
I was more generous. I was giving him 4, considering the quality of the shot. But then the catchers, they decided to be a little bit generous and give him at least 2. One as a result of the overthrow. Sloppy work from them, which means that Suraj Bali is back on strike. Excellent delivery from Shehzad. And the wicketkeeper standing up. Suraj Bali can't move around the crease like he was doing in the previous over.
Prasad continues. Good delivery right up in the back hole. Pushed away by Suraj Bali, and he walks a single.
There's a build-up of clouds as well, Vinod. How's your skills as a weatherman? What you telling us?
I'll tell you something though. The clouds are very high, and the wind is very brisk. So hopefully there will be no showers, at least, and not too soon today. Nothing to really worry about. The weather was actually worse yesterday, and we had a one interruption of about half an hour, and God is such a great man that came in between 2 matches.
Oh, that was perfect scenario then.
Yes. So the farmers were happy. They were dancing.
So were the cricketers.
And the cricketers were dancing as well in the dressing room, just in between games. The team that had just won, they were celebrating outside the off stump and just standing in one position, looking to drive, not getting in line. He never showed an intention of getting into line there, Khan. So he remains on 4. A good over by Prasad. 2 overs done for 14, and it's now 27 for 1 after 4.
It's excellent battle right now between bat and ball. Prasad finished the over strongly. A couple of gentle outswingers, but the line and the length was perfect, and that little shape beat the attacking intent of Khan, who, as you rightly say, just stood and just threw the bat at it. He was lucky on both occasions because Prasad was bowling with the slip, and a wicket right here for the for catchers will bring them right back in the game. And if that happens to be Suraj Bali's wicket, they'll be right in the middle of it.
Shazad continues from the northern end, bowls too short, and Suraj Bali punches it, times that sweetly down to a deep point, just on the edge of the circle. There is no run, but too short on that occasion. It was very easy for Suraj Bali to play that, and I'm very intrigued about this battle between these two. Let's see what Suraj Bali has in store for him. He's eyeing the leg side.
Both sweepers are on the offside for Suraj Bali as he does his customary walk down the pitch. This time Shazad stick to his guns. Good line, good length. Just a single for Timmy.
And what Timmy did there was what the great Brian Lara used to do. Not for once am I comparing Timmy Suraj Bali to Brian Lara. I'll never do that to Brian. But Timmy just advanced down the track. The same shot, had he played that same shot staying back on his crease, it might have gone straight to mid-off. But the fact that he advanced down the track, he was able to get it away from the fielder at mid-off. And this is what Brian Lara used to do. He will play very rarely you would see him play find the fielder, the same fielder, twice. He either went earlier or just a split second later just to move the ball away from the fielder. It was very clinical as Qureshi makes a meal of that one, and they get a single.
Yeah, talking of Brian Lara, he seemed to have more than one shot for each delivery. The great player that he was,
Yes.
the legend.
Well, Abdul Qadir, who was a Pakistani legend, had 9 balls for just a 6-ball over. How did he do that?
Is that an international game? Something that I
No,
must admit.
no, it was just his variety. He could have bowled 9 balls in 6.
Oh, yeah. That was a googly from you.
Yeah,
So I
that
got
was the
stumped
googly.
on.
And I had Faisal stumped.
Yeah, not even. You don't even need the third umpire for that.
Lovely look at the Central Broad Regional Park. I haven't seen the drone this morning as yet. Sofian Kamal normally sends up the drone, and that goes up there for most of the day. Of course, we have action on the outer grounds as well.
It's a good battle going on between Timmy and Shazad. Shazad in this over has adjusted beautifully. He's so far bowled a very good over. And as I said, it makes for interesting viewing, this kind of contest between bat and ball. We're hoping for a lot more of this tight battles when we get to the business end. But still in the group stages, it's enough depth in the teams to show us this kind of contest.
There goes Timmy again for his morning walk. And this is driven hard through the offside. There is a single for him that was too hot to handle in the Trinidad parlance. And that single takes the score to 30 for 1.
So after 5 overs, 30 for 1, we got 15 overs. And the required run rate has gone slightly up. At the beginning of the innings, it was slightly shy of 7 runs an over. It's gone up to 7.3 now.
And you will remember, Faisal, that after the power play period, the catches were 34 for 1. So 30 for one over to go in the power play. As you were saying, the required run rate 7.3, the current run rate is 6.0. So not much in that. And once they can stay within range and keep wickets in hand, they will be in with a very good chance of winning this encounter.
You're right, Vinod. Wickets are the key. And you know, in 2020, if you got wickets in hand, just a couple of good overs can change the whole complexion of the game.
In fact, advancing down the track, there's a lot of people caught behind. The bowler very animated, and the umpire is unmoved. And he continues to appeal to the umpire. He can appeal from now. He can take that to the Privy Council. He's not going to get it. And at the moment, it's 30 for one. Come on, young man. Just turn your back and go back to your bowling mark.
Yeah, that was a huge deviation, but it seems as if the ball hit the bat at the same time as the ball hit the ground. But the picture tells us a different story, Vinod.
You feel very moderate in your assessment, or at least not your assessment, but your announcement of the assessment. I thought that the bowler was very unlucky. 31 for one.
It's one of those kind of dismissals we've seen even at the international level. The umpires get foxed at that, and they have the help of the technology to get these kind of decisions. So nothing wrong with the umpires. Error of judgment, I guess.
Yes, they're all humans. I'll tell you something though. I was commentating during the recent ICC World T20 tournament, the women's tournament in the Caribbean. And an umpire signal wide, and on review, the batter was caught behind.
There you go. There you go.
I think it marked the first time that someone was caught over wide. This delivery is edged, and a calculated, educated edge down to a third man for four. Just riding it, playing late again. And I think that is what saved him.
That flew off the edge as well. Didn't give keeper a lot of chance. You see, it was gone way past him before he could react. The bowler feels hard done by once again, Prasad. He's bowled an excellent spell here without much luck.
Yes, and what he has done well is that he has maintained a beautiful line just on and about that off stump. And he has been very disciplined. His figures don't really reveal that, but those edges, when you count that into your analysis, it shows a different picture. Down the leg side, and this is a wide. It's going now 36 for one, or is it 35? 36 for one.
He got frustrated. He went for the magic ball. Pitch leg hit off, but it never swung. Just went down with the angle. More frustration for Prasad.
Yes, and after the next two deliveries, Faisal and I will be out of the commentary box. And this delivery is a short, slower delivery. It's hiked away around the corner. And will it kiss the ropes? No. They're going to come back for two. And at the moment, 38 for one. So they're much better in the power play than the catchers. They're 38, one delivery to go, and then you'll hear the voice of Leonard Archiba. And, the viewers have been waiting an entire year for this. And it is a great moment indeed. And he's bringing with him his very dear friend, Ahmed Rana. And he's looking for Ahmed. He's the first man who's looking for Ahmed. This delivery goes on with the arm, and it's the end of the power play period. 38 for one. They need a further 102. The scoreboard is telling me to win this encounter. After more thoughts from Faisal, you're going to hear the voice of Ahmed Rana and Leonard Archiba.
An excellent power play between both teams. Constant battle. With Suraj Bali in, the Griffin would think that they had the better of it. But the contest is still on, very much on. 84 needed of 102 deliveries with 9 wickets in hand. And it's my pleasure to welcome in the commentary box Lenny for the first time.
Thank you, Shaw. And we welcome you once again to the Central Broward Regional Park. International venue, a venue that has already hosted some 8 international T20 matches. And we've seen visits from the New Zealand team. We've seen visits from Bangladesh not too long ago. The Indians were here a couple of years ago. And of course, Sri Lanka hosted, in fact, Sri Lanka played New Zealand here. So we're back with Ahmed Rana. And Rana, welcome back. Third day of cricket. And we're getting into the business end of things, in which maybe later on tonight, tomorrow is going to be the knockout stage. Can't wait.
Thank you for welcoming me, but Lenny, I'm the one who's supposed to welcome you. You just arrived, just landed, and right here, you do what it best, a commentary, and I'm very honored to be sitting right here, Lenny Archabar, all the way from New York, and I'm from Maryland, 38 for 1 after 6 over. Power play has gone, and they still need to win 102. So Khan is batting on 11, facing 13 balls, and Saruj Bali is on 22. A good ball, swing and a miss, a very good ball. He slows down. Keeper is appealing to the umpire, but umpire says not out. This game is very interesting right now because the current run rate is 6.2 and required run rate is 7.4. Arshad is a ball changer, left arm slow spinner, slow left arm spinner. The first ball seems like they're getting some help from the pitch, Lenny.
Yeah, we've seen Suraj Bali over the years here. He's a top class player. And I'm pretty sure that Griffin will be hoping that he comes good here today. Not a big score, still 102 to win from 81 balls. And they've batted well so far, 38 for the loss of Scott. Ball turned into the onside here by Suraj Bali. They'll settle for one. And Suraj Bali goes up to 23. He has batted well. And Rana, he's one of the top batsmen in the Miami area. He's played briefly at a US level, but more importantly, very good local batsman. He's been among the runs every year, and he's been to the US Open several times.
Yes, I've seen him before, and he's a proper cricket batsman. A good, we have to wait. It's a 6th run, a good shot, and you were right. K Khan is the batsman, and the score moved to 17, and they realize the required run rate is jumping up, and they need to keep up with the required run rate. So 45 for 1, but very good shot all the way. As soon as the ball hit the bat, we can see it's going to go all the way, and the boundaries are short over here, but beautiful weather. We are sitting here in Central Boulevard Regional Park, US Open T20 2018.
So Can goes again. This one could clear. Long on. Fielder comes in. Oh, that's a well-judged catch. And that's the end of Kasim Khan. He'd fall for 17. It's 45 for 2.
Yes, you see, Arshad has a big heart. Last ball went for the 6. He flied it up, give him the similar ball. He knows his intention. And Kasim Khan cannot hold himself back. And that's an out. That's a crucial wicket on the right time for Griffin. Catchers.
Yeah, Kasim Khan perhaps backing himself to go similar shot, similar result, but this time he has lost. They've lost a wicket here, 45 for 2. Suraj Bali is still up on 23, and they've still got 95 to win from 78 ball. They've lost a couple of wickets here. They're batting a 45 for 2.
See, last few days, Lenny, what I noticed over here, it's not easy for a new batsman to come in and make the runs. But if you are already there, you are a set batsman, you are scoring run. We already see 5 centuries in this tournament. A few players I can name: Rizwan Chima, who makes 111. Wayne Parnell makes 117. Omar Farooq from New York, from Park First, you know him very well, and Johnson. And we have a lot of international players: Andre Russell, Fletcher over here. A lot of Pakistan, India, and West Indies players. This is one of the biggest tournaments I ever witnessed. Me and you, we've been along a couple of tournaments together. But whenever we come to Florida, we know there's a heaven of cricket over here.
Yes, Rana, the best comes out to play here. And you're right, this is truly a global tournament. We've seen players all over the place. And in fact, a couple of players are from the United Kingdom here. And we'll have to wait and see as we see Rohan Ebanks. He comes out to the middle. 45 for 2, 7 overs gone there. They still require 95 from 78 balls.
Talking about the player, also I met the player last night. Antum Rizvi, he came all the way from Australia.
Yes, actually, Rana, he was with the England over 50 World Cup team, and in fact, the same tournament that Raja Arshad plays for, and you know he was in the hospital. So we wish him speedy recovery. As the ball outside the off stump, called a wide, and the score will go up by 1 to 46 for 2.
Yes, Raja Arshad was playing semi-final, and you know the country he was born, Pakistan, but he plays for England now because he's been living in England, and he got a heart attack right on the field, and luckily he survived because the doctor was right there.
So Serge Bally remains on 23. He's going to be a key man here. And if Griffin is to really catch up with catchers here, they will have to get 94 from 78 balls. So 7 overs gone is 46 for 2, Rana.
Yes, as of right now, situation look even Steven because they only lost 2 wickets. But the key player will be Suraj Bhali over here because he is well-settled batsman and a proper cricket batsman, I can say, because you know cricket T20 is not all about just hitting 6s or 4. It's about rotating the strike and just stays as much on the wicket. He knows his place in the team and he knows how important it is for him to bat through all the overs.
And what we have seen over the years on this ground, 140 could be a fighting total. And we have seen also some big scores in the park. A couple of scores over 200 here. Was watching the feed during the course of the last 2 days. So Prashad will continue. And will come into bowl for the first time. To Rohan Banks, a cracking shot through the offside, could run away for 4, backward point, and it goes away for 4 all along the ground. That's a good start here from Rohan Banks. The first ball he sees, he puts it over across the ropes, and that's a lovely shot. It's 49 for 2.
50 comes up for Griffin. 50 for 2 after 7.1 over. And we are lucky to have Ijaz Qureshi over here, the brother of Muhammad Afzal Qureshi. How are you today?
I'm very good.
And
Nice, pleasant weather today in the Lauder Hill. Every batsman enjoying.
towards long on for 1 run. And Mr. Ijaz was telling us yesterday, Lenny, that when Mac was young, he used to sleep with the cricket bat. And, you know, some girls sleep with the doll. But this is a new one. The boys are sleeping with the cricket bat when they were young. And that's why he became a cricketer. And a successful businessman.
Today he's playing also.
And also, yes, today we see him open up. But unfortunately, he's just getting run out. The last time I watched him, he was playing for Chicago catcher in Chicago. And got run out too. He cannot find... to get catch, board or stumps, he's just getting run out.
So Serge Bally up to 24. Rohan Banks. He's faced a couple of balls. He's gone quickly up to 5. Trying to go through the offside again off the back foot. Doesn't time it well. But puts a run on the board and brings the equation down to 87 to win from 73 balls. This game could go anywhere, Rana.
Yes, right now, look, even Steven, and you know, you have to notice something that they are trying to get rid of the over from Prasad. After 3.4, he has given 29 runs.
Yeah, beautiful facility here at Central Broward Regional Park. And the fact is, U.S. Open has always been at one venue, and that's one of the strong thing about this tournament over the years. We've seen a lot of franchise tournament in the U.S. moved from venue to venue. This one has gone on 10 years in the same place.
And with the live coverage, you know, this is the first time, Lenny, the live coverage is going all over the world, especially in India. DR Sport is showing, and Mac TV is showing everywhere in the world.
So ball hammered through the offside. A bit of good stop saved. Perhaps a couple of runs, but he'll get a single.
And you know who was the fielder? Muhammad Afzal Qureshi, our chairman. He still can dive in this age, and he's acting like a 25-year-old in there.
Yeah, that was
very proud of him.
That was a good stop, Rana. Might have saved a couple of runs. The batsman could have easily come back for 3. So Ebanks is on 6, the man on strike, 54 for 2. Play and a miss, very close to the off stump. That completes the 8th over. It's 54 for 2.
Prasad Kota is done. Balls 4 over, 30 runs. So Ijaz bhai, we see Mac Qureshi's fielding right now.
He still is playing as a young boy. Okay, like to me, his fielding very good. His batting is very good.
Lenny, I'm gonna say something because a lot of people were asking me about to say something in Urdu or Hindi because we are going in Asia subcontinent. So I'm gonna ask him in Urdu one question. आप लोग मैक भाई को क्या खिलाते हो कि वो 3-4 दिन लगातार काम भी कर लेते और उनको हर चीज पता होती है?
Because he's the hard work, he a goal in the mind. He's good for what? Mac Qureshi, born in Pakistan. Mohammad Afzal Qureshi आज play कर रहे हैं. Himself is playing good, and he running every place. He running behind ball. वो बहुत अच्छा क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं इस वक्त. और सब पाकिस्तान में भी इस वक्त देख रहे हैं, इंडिया में देख रहे हैं, फ्लोरिडा में भी देख रहे हैं मैच. और दिस यूएस ओपन लाइव इस वक्त है और बहुत अच्छा गेम चल रहा है. नाइस मैच.
A good shot, a sweep shot for 4 runs. So some boundaries are coming along, Lenny.
Yeah, not a good shot here from Suraj Bali. He's gone up to 29 and brings the equation down to 82 from 70 ball. He's going to be a key man here. He's known for putting up big scores. And Griffin will need a big knock here from one of their top order batsmen. And again, ball swept uppishly. Could run away. A couple of bounces and it goes away for 4. So consecutive boundaries off the bowling of Najam. And Suraj Bali goes up to 23. Good looking shot.
And first time the required rate has come down to 6.8 and the current rate went up to 7.3. So they're doing pretty good, and even Steven as of now.
Yeah, not a good start here from Najam. Straying down the wrong line. And Suraj Bali, in addition to being a local boy, he's played in the stadium quite a few times. I've seen him here. And he's at home. Goes again through the onside. Good bit of stop there, only a single this time, but you've got to say in 3 balls, enough damage has been done in the over. 9 in the over so far.
And you see last 2 boundaries went the same place, so Najam changed the fielding and the fielder is there. That's why he saved the boundary. But good sweep shot from Ebanks, from Suraj Bali.
So Ebanks forcing this one. Just a single.
No, it's no run.
In fact, fielder making a good bit of save there. And a dot ball, so still 77 needed. Nice little partnership forming here from Ebanks and Suraj Bali. Suraj Bali has been there from the start. Oh, that's a big shot. Could go all the way. And it's gone all the way. So another big shot here from the Griffin batsman. And this time it comes off the blade of Rohan Ebanks. He goes up to 12. 6-9 for 2.
Expensive over from Najam, Lenny. First over went for 15. And, maybe Ebank and Suraj Bali has targeted Najam. And, in T20 you target one bowler to make a score on it. And I can see this is Najam from Chicago catcher who's going to get hammered over here. And the partnership moved to 24.
Yes, Rana, when with bowling like that, you need 200 to defend. They've only mustered 139. Not a big T20 score, but how well you bowl and how well you feel could make a big difference. It's 6-9 for 2. And Suraj Bali has batted extremely well. A partnership of 24. He's up to 34.
We're going to continue from the other end. And Mr. Ijaz Qureshi told us that he had just had a stroke. That's why he's going through the speech therapy. And that's why he's speaking like that. But we are proud of you and wish you best of luck, sir. And God bless you.
Thank you.
So Arshad will continue. A very flourishing partnership here between Suraj Bali and Rohan Ebanks. We haven't seen any alarm yet that the batting team could lose a wicket. 69 for 2.
Yes, here's the first ball from Arshad. Left arm, slow arm spinner. A good ball and just nudged down for 1 run, rotating the stride. Ebang and Suraj Bali have using this partnership, a dangerous partnership, I can say right now, for Griffin. And the runs are flowing and the runs up keep coming. 70 for 2 looks good on the board.
Yes, Rana, and the interesting thing, every hour that goes by, we're coming to the business end of this 5-day event.
It's back-to-back event, Lenny. You miss almost 12 matches per day, a packed schedule, and we need to appreciate our cameramen, Tessin Ahmad and Rashid. They have done all the other cameras excellent job.
So ball again, can't pierce the offside field. Good bowling here from Arshad. He's done relatively well, considering that the other bowlers literally were going for 9 and 10 per over. So he's made a very good start here. He's only given up 1 in 3 balls. That's another tidy delivery. Even if they get a single here, this is good bowling. And so Ebanks has gone up to 13, is 71 for 2.
After Najam being expensive, that's a good comeback from Arshad. And they need a quick wicket if they need to stay in the game, because to win 69 runs, they are cruising right now, and the required rate is only 6.7.
And Suraj Bali continues to bat on here. He's up to 35. And he has struck 6 fours during the course of that 35. So he's found the boundaries. We haven't seen a 6 from him yet. We've seen 1 from Ebanks. But he's been quite productive here. He's playing like a top-class player, and he is. Very slow ball. They're asking a question. Not a, says the umpire. And so 69 needed from about 60 balls.
I think the ball hit him on the thigh pad a little bit high, so that's why umpire should no doubt. But a good bowling from Arshad, a good over end after half of the innings, 71 for 2. Match look even Steven, but I would say 60% to 65% chance with Griffin. Chicago catcher has given them a good score on the board, but they need quick wicket, and the last 10 overs will decide who will win this match. But as of now, Anjum, this has been expensive after 1 over 15 run, but good over from Arshad, and 2 over just 10 run and took a 1 wicket.
Thank you, Rana. Thank you for your company. Thank you for your company. What is Lenny and Rana doing good job. I'm leaving because I am picking somebody outside.
Thank you so much, Ijaz Bhai. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and we are still missing the drinking chai with you. Hopefully we get it today. Okay. Yes, very good man, Ijaz Qureshi, the brother of Muhammad Afzal Qureshi, the chairman, and the whole family been taking care of us, good providing hospitality, Lenny. And this is a drone view. This is the first time in our history of America they're using drone, and it's like an international live coverage I'm looking at. And people are messaging me for all over the world. They are enjoying cricket, Lenny.
Yes, Rana, we've seen this year there's been a lot of improvement, and the addition of technology has certainly made this event even a bigger one this year. So Ebanks will face up to Ali. Scores 71 for 2. And ball goes down to the long on, only a single. And Rana, we've seen windy condition here at the Central Broward Regional Park.
Because Lenny, you know, windy city is Chicago, and Chicago catchers are playing. They probably bring the wind with them, because usually we don't see a lot of wind in Florida. But a beautiful weather, 75 degree right now, a little bit over cloud, but the temperature is perfect to play cricket. It's not cold, it's not hot.
So Farhan Ali given an opportunity here to first of all perhaps see the back of Tim Suraj Bali. Suraj Bali has batted extremely well. He's up to 35. And we're beginning to see that the drone makes its way into the field of play.
Yes, Farhan Ali, good runner, but fast bowler. And I noticed something, if you know how to bend your back and you get some pace in this pitch.
Ball played up towards the offside. Good looking shot. Finds a gap. Goes away for 4. So another boundary here Off the bat of Timothy Suraj Bali, he goes up to 39. 76 for 2, his 7th boundary runner.
Very good shot from Trinidad, but proper critical shot. He knows that there's no fielder in there, and he's not trying to hit the ball very hard. He's trying to place the ball, and sometimes placing can help you to get the boundaries. You don't have to use all your power. Sometimes just proper critical shot with the timing can get you a same boundary that you are trying your best with the muscles.
Yeah, he was very confident, didn't even run. If that ball somehow had stopped in the grass, I'm sure, Rana, it would have been a dot ball. So the umpires are just trying to get
the
that.
drawn, because drawn is right at the umpire, and I think this is a live nice coverage from the ground. Viewers are enjoying it, but umpire and batsman want the ground to be moved a little bit further from the pitch, and umpire is looking at the gentleman Sufyan Ahmed, who's playing with his toy, the best toy he got, drawn, and umpires keep telling him to fly that drawn further down from the pitch. It's a little bit held up, guys. Farhan Ali is ready to bowl.
Yeah, it might have been the batsman complaining. It usually is. And it's funny. It's funny in cricket, Rana, that batsmen sometimes are easily distracted by items in the air. I mean,
Yes.
if a 747 passes across, I don't see that as a distraction.
By remembering that, we from New York and we see a lot of them over there, and I'm missing your son. Hopefully he's doing well.
Oh, Suraj Bali. Oh, the keeper takes the catch. And Suraj Bali could be on his way. He is out for 39. And the bit of hold up, the bit of distraction, whether or not it played a part, Suraj Bali is gone. He's gone for 39. It's 76 for 3.
Farhan Ali has made a breakthrough, a crucial breakthrough, a very important breakthrough, and you can see that Suraj Bali got hit on the glove and well judged catch from the keeper, and Suraj Bali is gone. So now the game is back with the catchers, and 76 for 3 after 10.3 overs, and you can see Griffin knows that the wicket was important, and you can see they're huddling right now. This drawn is showing their view, and they're having a team meeting. They know it's do and die from here. Whoever gonna win here, they have a better chance to go to quarterfinal.
Yeah, big wicket here. And Suraj Bali, I'm pretty sure, Rana, if there's an excuse for him coming in, he's gonna be the whole drone situation.
Yes, of course. The umpire had held up the game, and sometime it happened. When you keep playing, you're not worrying about what's going on around you. You play a little bit better. But as soon as you start focusing out of the batting and start focusing on the other things, then you lose your focus and you can get out. And this is what happened with Suraj Bali. He was doing so great in this over. He hit the boundary already. On all he was doing, nudging the ball towards the leg side to get a single. But extra pace from Ali, hit him on the glove, and a well-judged catch from the keeper. Keeper was Desai, and Desai, I can say, looking at him right now, this is one of the best keeper that I witnessed, because usually we see a lot of drop catches in from the keeper in the last two days.
So new batsman comes out to the middle. As we see the drone view of proceedings here at Central Broward Regional Park, an international venue. We've seen visits from the Kiwis. We've seen visits from the Indians. Bangladesh was here. Yeah. The West Indies have played here. So truly an international venue.
And you forgot the CPL, the party, the calypso music, the chutney music. And you from West Indies, Lanny, you miss your West Indies sometime. But I think when you live in New York, you don't miss at all, because a lot of West Indian there.
Yes, Rana, and that's why I said international event. And then, of course, CPL being a franchise event. And also we have seen a lot of ICC Cup games here.
Yes, Lanny.
New batsman, he gets one onto the pad. Could be a leg by here. And in fact, he's off the mark, so we'll have to pick up the name of the new batsman.
Yes, the name of the new batsman is...
Well, it says 44 on the list, but it says 44 on the shirt. There's not a 44 here on the list, so
I think Rudy is working on that. And Rudy Lalman is doing an excellent job so far.
So Rohan Ebanks becomes a senior man now. 77 for 3. Oh, ball pulled into the onside. We'll get a single here if fielder comes around. And Rohan Ebanks has gone up to 15. We're 78 for 3.
Yeah, 78 for 3. The last wicket when Saroj Bali was playing, it was seems like, you know, they have well planned and Griffin was on their way. But as soon as the wicket came down, you can see the pressure is there. It's not that easy for the new batsman.
So the batting so far, if you're watching the telecast and you are an Atlanta Griffin fan, might be wondering to know how come. Let's take a look at the 3 wickets. We've seen Suraj Bali for 39. He batted well. We saw Anthony Scott. He made no run. He was cleaned up by a very good ball from Shahzad. And not too long ago, we saw Kasim Khan getting out for 17. So ball turned into the onside here by the left-hander.
Rowe is the new batsman, Lenny.
So that completes over number 11. Is 79 for 3,
You can
Rana.
see, you
And
can
so
see
61 needed from 54 balls.
you can see on the dugout over here that, you know, Najam, the president of Midwest Cricket Club, and you see his father right here, viewers, in the back, wearing a blue shirt. He's standing, and he's like 74-year-old, and he loves cricket. He fly down with his son and his team. His another son is playing, and a captain of a side, Asmar Najam. And the dugout looks exciting right now. Catcher, a little bit stressed, but Griffin, they seem like they have everything controlled. It's still a 61 run, but a good over from Ali. First over, 8 run, and took a wicket off Suraj Bali, the important wicket for Griffin.
Yes, Rana, they need to defend 61 from 54 balls. Lesman Lowe has come out. He's up. He's up on 2. And now Rohan Ebanks, we saw he could give the ball a tap. 1-6 and 1-4 as ball is defended and they scamper through for a well-run single in the end. And so Lesman Lowe goes up to 3. Is 80 for 3.
Yes, Rowe realized that, you know, they cannot lose more wicket and he needs to stay there. So that's good rotate of the strike.
So 60 to win from 53 balls with a asking rate just about 7 runs and over. And I think the next game will see a very big team. In fact, the defending champion, they come into the stadium for the first time. And Somerset Cavaliers ball cut away. Protection always out in the deep at this point of the game, Rana. It's 81 for 3.
Yes, 81 for 3 and Somerset Cavalier, yes. Defending champion and, you know, the owner Aslam Bhai, I talked to him earlier in the breakfast and I just met Najaf Shah. They are already here, even though their game going to start after like an hour and a half. But they are here practicing and they have bring a lot of international cricketer. Khalil is there, Andre Fratcher is there, and of course the dangerous Russell. And, you know, they have a lot of people, players coming from all over the world.
Yes, Rana, they're going to be a big team this year again.
A big appeal from the Arshad, but umpires is not out. He's still not convinced. But I think the ball hit a little bit high on the pad and angling down to the leg side.
So 81 for 3, 59 needed from 51 balls. And Arshad will come into bowl to Lesman Lowe. Ball worked into the onside, single. And so that brings the equation down to 58 from 50 balls. And Rana, Somerset Cavaliers, as you mentioned, a well-packed up team. They're very strong. They've won all their games so far. And
Yes,
when you look at the teams on paper, you see California Bears, U.S. All-Stars, Somerset Cavaliers. They're all stacked up.
Yes, I agree with you. And very good ball. Very good ball and miss. You know, dot balls is matter right now, Lenny. The more dot balls will build up pressure. And Muhammad Afzal Qureshi is fielding on, you can say, short third man and or cover region. He is very active, you know, as soon as the bowler is bowling. He's still talking to the keeper. Keeper is conveying the message. He's not a captain, but he's still controlling the game.
Yes, very experienced Mohammad Qureshi. Stands a backward point, ball tugged into the onside, can't score.
And a good fielding, you know, this is what we need from Chicago catcher. Whoever watching, especially the youngster, you can stop a lot of extras and you can do the fielding. If you do the fielding, you put a pressure on it. Once you put a pressure on it, the batsman make a mistake. And on the left side of our commentary box, you see Rashid there. And they've been here until 1 a.m. and they come here 6 a.m. So all this live coverage are coming here from Rashid, Tassin Ahmad, and all the other cameramen over here. Nigel over here. He fly down from West Indies. And we have Asami over here. And I get to meet them and eat breakfast with them. And I feel proud to be a part of their team.
Yes, Rana, an event like this, a mega event like this, it requires a lot of teams, a lot of smaller teams.
Yes, you can see on the screen now Muhammad Afzal Qureshi right there. He's looking around. He's trying to see where the fielding will be set. And look, he's ready. You know, he's pulling his pants up. He's trying to be ready and he's ready to rock and roll. This is the energy of the man, Muhammad Afzal Qureshi. He's acting like he's 25-year-old.
Yeah, that's a very good shot. It shows Qureshi and it also shows Farhan Ali, who moves in now. Ball steered into the offside. It could come back for two. And a couple of runs here to Lesmond Lowe. He's batted well so far. And now brings the equation down to 56 from 47 balls. Could be easy going here for Atlanta Griffin, but you never know in cricket what can happen.
Yes, a little bit of achievement, a small partnership on 8, but you know, I think what they're trying to do, rotate the strike, just get some runs on the board and take the game close and closer.
Yeah, and it's really difficult here on Chicago catchers. They'll have to get wickets to win this match. There's no doubt about that. With 84 on the board already, we've seen a good knock here from Suraj Bali up. He fell for 39, but he gave them a very good start. A little bit of hold up here.
Fazal Ali is talking to the umpire about something, and umpire is walking towards the batsman. And I see people are walking in front of the screen or something. And umpire is waving a signal. And this is drawn, is showing Muhammad Afzal Qureshi. He's standing like a rock star, always smiling. And I think if ever U.S. team make the 50 veteran team, he can probably easily captain them and go from there. Our friend Raja Arshad Hayat over there in England was part of the 50 veteran team. And this is something good news, even though if you are 50, Lenny, and I think you are fit in that category, you still can play World Cup. The first World Cup happened of the veteran.
So a bit of hold up here as it appears to be umpire Jamula. And if my eyesight haven't failed in the last year or so, I think the Mangesh Rani and Jamula are the umpires. Rani comes out of the Boston area, was up for the Boston Gymkhana, met him there.
And my friend Zahir Abbas is here. He's the coach of Somerset. He just arrived and his son is helping him. So it's good to see the kids are coming and helping their parents. And that's good to see the cricket is growing in America. Umpire came down, talked to the people, and he doesn't want people to move from the side screen. And there's a beautiful view from the view. You can see in the back, all the flags are flying, all the sponsorship banners are there, Mac TV, CCUSA, Cricket Book, Boca Raton, Executive. Here we go, ready for play.
So cricket is back. Lowe picks up another run.
And good fielding from Muhammad Afzal Qureshi. Cameraman cannot keep him out of the side because, you know, ball is also following him. And I see that that's why he's ready to rock and roll. You see, before the ballers start bowling, he's attacker fielder. And a lot of times, since 2 days ago, since yesterday, I'm seeing fielder let the ball come to them. That's not the right way. You should attack the ball and go to the ball.
So good partnership here. Not a big one, but holding steady here. Banks has batted well. He's played a couple of big shots. Ball in the air. Could fall in front of long off. And another single here that brings the equation down to 54 from 45. They shouldn't lose this game from here, Rana, but if Chicago catchers can really get a wicket or two quickly, as we saw Samuel Badri the other day, getting 4 in a row.
Yes, he did the beaver trick, and I was right here sitting in the commentary box after he takes the 2-ball, 2-wicket. And Vinod Mamchan with me, and Vinod asked me, do you think he can get hat-trick? Yes, he will get hat-trick, and that's why Vinod named me Seaman. So I can see, and he got a hat-trick, and then Vinod asked me 4th ball, and I said he's going to get the 4th wicket too, so beaver trick.
So Farhan Ali will have to pull out one of those tricks. He will have to borrow a couple of wickets there from Samuel Badri, perhaps.
You see right now the drone is showing the other teams are getting ready, and they are jogging, walking, warming up.
Yeah, and those teams, we know one is Somerset Cavaliers, and the other one might be Titans.
A good ball from Ali, outswing ball to the left-hander, and I believe, you know, both teams have equally chance over here, but yes, Griffin looks like they have a more chance, like 60%. But you have to understand, the more closer the game gonna go, the more advantage Griffin will have, Chicago catcher will have.
So Farhan Ali, 4 runs in the over so far, runs in out the ball to low. Another single here for Griffin, so they're closing in. And so 53 to win from 43 balls. Rana, not a big score to chase at 139. And what we have seen, we have seen contrasting totals in the stadium. We've seen some very tall scores, and then we've seen some low ones.
Yes, this is a good score, I think, but you know, 150 plus will give a benefit to Chicago catcher, but as of now, 139, maybe they can defend it. But buying E-Banks there, E-Banks has a lot of experience. He knows the importance of his wicket. And Suraj Bali is back, but we still have E-Banks for Griffin. It's 87 for 3 and 12.5 over.
So Farhan Ali, 5 runs in the over. Oh, it goes down the leg side, called a wide.
He tried to follow the batsman, but when the ball passed the batsman, didn't hit anything, and umpire made a right call, give exercise to his arm, open his arm wide. Look at the view. This is the field 1 and field 2. So what a view. The other teams are getting ready to start the game over there, and we are sitting here at Central Broward Regional Park, the stadium, but still we have on the right side 2 more fields, and you can see Fort Lauderdale and lake right here. Beautiful view. Fazal Ali up ready to ball his last ball.
So ball pulled into the onside. It's gone all the way, just in front of the scoreboard. And it's gone for 6 off the bat of Rohan E-Banks. He goes up to 23. It's 94 for 3.
Yes, Lenny, you noticed something. He balled the wide ball, went in the pressure, and then the extra delivery cost him a 6 run. Before that, he only given a 5 or 6 run. So now went for 20 after 2 overs. And E-Banks and Rowe, they know the experience that, you know, 94, what a great shot and a pressure releasing shot, I can say right now. But after 94 for 3, yes, of course, Griffin has more chance now.
So we'll have to wait and see. It could be our shot. We'll continue here. And there's the other commentary team. They've done a great work there by keeping the crowd informed, and certainly the other broadcasting crew.
Yeah, Iva and Watson. And they've been doing all the 4 match yesterday and all the 4 match the day before. So they have a lot of work under their belt too. It's not only me and Vinod and Shah Faisal just came yesterday, but everybody's working hard, Lenny. And you were enjoying in New York.
So our shot continues. Can he make a big difference here for catchers? They're under the gun. And with just 45 needed from 42 balls, it's going to be hard for them to defend this.
And, you know, they must win this game because they already lost the first game, catcher.
Yeah, Arana, when you look what's happening here, could be a leg by here. We'll wait and see. And they'll come back for a couple here. Could be leg buys. Yeah, Mangesh Rane waits until everything is completed, and he does the right thing. He calls it a couple of leg buys, 97 for 3. But let's talk about these two teams out in the middle. They come out of Group 5. And Group 5, of course, have these two playing here. And the other two being DR Tigers, who is enjoying a good series. Watched them played in the stadium, I think, on the first day. And not too sure what happened yesterday. But also Vancouver All-Stars, the team from Canada. They're in this group. So we've got Atlanta Griffin. We've got Chicago Catchers. We've got DR Tigers and Vancouver in this group here.
Yes, and the cameraman is showing the mascot was enjoying too. See, every group misfield is going to cost them the boundary, and that's a 4-run.
100 is up.
And 100 is up. 102 for 3.
Yeah, that's a good-looking shot from E. Banks, but more importantly, a bit of misfeeling there. Should have been perhaps only a single. And number 14 having a little bit of dive, but the ball went through him. And he gave up a boundary that brings up 100 here, 38 to win.
You see, Ebanks waited for the shot and then cut it. He knows where the gap was, and that's a very good earned boundary.
So better ball here from Arshad. But I think Rana, enough damage has been done already.
Yes, damage has done. Griffin has control on this game now, and a magic miracle can save catcher. Cricket is a funny sport. We cannot see until the last ball.
So not a single here brings the Atlanta Griffin team closer home. They just need 37 from the same amount of ball. 103 for 3. Lesman Lowe, he's up on 9. Ebanks has batted well.
Yes, Ebanks shows the confidence over here. He's been playing here. He knows the condition and very familiar with the game.
Oh, pulled away. Poor delivery. And hammered over square leg. And it's gone all the way off the bat of Rohan Ebanks.
That's a free gift, you know. And probably Banks got his Christmas gift earlier, you know. And Arshad has given him.
In fact, correction might be Lesman Lowe. Sorry. So Lesman Lowe, the left-hander. With a very poor delivery there from Arshad. And given the full treatment, it's 109 for 3.
In India, Pakistan, we say this ball like a lollipop, you know.
Yeah.
Give him the lollipop and he
And Chicago Catchers, any chance of winning this game with 139 posted might seemingly be out of context, out of the window now. With just 31 runs needed from 36 balls.
Look like an easy easy walk in the park, Lenny. But you never know. They have to take few wickets. If they take the few wickets, they can put a pressure on. Yes, but right now, 31 to win on 36 ball. Griffin has more chances of winning this.
And what we've seen in the group, Rana, we see DR Tigers enjoying a good series. Haven't followed Vancouver All-Stars too much to see where they place. But the news is that one team out of the group, and as we see Titans warming up, they have a big showdown with Somerset Cavaliers. And as we watch, it appears to be Farhan Ali. And just coming back here as a wide is the call from umpire Jamula. And just coming back to the groups here, as we were being told, is that one team will come out of the 6th group. And then a couple of wild cards, 2 teams who have lost but have done reasonably well in terms of their run rate. And we'll have to wait and see. So it's going to be it is a tougher coming out of the group this year. Over the years, when I've been to the US Open, they would have probably taken 2 teams out of the group. A slashing shot towards the offside. Fielder comes in. Oh, he has a good play on that one. Did well to get to the ball. Got both hands. But did not hold on. It's 111 for 3.
Yes, a good try. But, you know, yesterday I witnessed the game. Adam Sanford All-Star versus Yankee Royal. And Adam Sanford has put 232 and Yankee made 200. And I was talking to his captain, you know, Ghosh. He said we were trying to go towards the run rate because the wild card going to be the key here. The top 8 team will make to the quarterfinal and the 4 will to the semifinal. Of course, one going to be a winner.
Yeah, it's going to be a shorter format this year. over the last couple of years, as we see Lesman Lowe picks up another single. In preceding years, we have seen the group of 16, no more group of 16. They're going straight to 8. So it's going to be a quick tournament this year. And you'll have to play hard. You'll have to play tough. Every game will have to count. And those runs that you score will certainly come up back when the tabulations happen.
Yes, and the luck has to be on the last two teams wild card, because there's so many teams, 24 teams, Lenny, this year.
Banks, obviously, could get a couple of runs here. He's batted well. He goes up to 31. He's bringing the equation down to 26 from just 33 balls. And you get the impression that Atlanta Griffin should not lose this game until something catastrophic maybe happens. A bad streak, 4 wickets haul. And
this is Michigan 11, Mishka, Michigan Cricket Association. And they're warming up. You can see on the shirt, Michigan Cricket. I think cameraman is showing us for the correction. They're not Titans.
so Cavaliers will certainly get a chance to play in the stadium for the first time in the tournament. Oh, inside edge and could run away. And it runs away for 4. Banks goes up to 35. Not the intended shot, but a productive one. It's 22 to win.
Yes, and they are very excited. The Cavaliers, they wanted to play in the stadium, but every team has to get the equal opportunity. So now, because Andre Russell is there, the Fletcher is there, Khalil is there, and this gentleman, new came Tahir Khan, he plays for Pakistan International Airline, he's there. And they are full with the stars and like US All-Stars. But their first game at the stadium, and they are used to of these pitches.
So ball going down the leg side, could be leg by, and a couple of leg bys here.
And I want to tell the viewers who are watching in India, Pakistan, or subcontinent or West Indies, next game about to be happen in 30 minutes, and you will see a lot of superstars. It will be a good game. So make sure keep viewing, and also share our Facebook page. Lenny and I'm going to be here. Shah Faisal and Vinod is here, the commentator. We all are here. We are excited. Shah Faisal came all the way from Atlanta, driving 12 hours yesterday. And today he well dressed, looked like a corporate businessman. I'm impressed with his t-shirt, pink. He's supporting cancer.
So 20 runs required. Not a big asking here from here on as Farhan Ali hops and runs in. And a no ball is called. So to add insult to injury here, Chicago catchers, first of all, perhaps didn't post enough runs, just 139. The no ball signal comes up.
And a free hit signal coming up, so free hit for Banks. And Vijay Prakash Malala is just here at the commentary box. Umpire handling us the next game.
Yeah, Malala has been a very experienced man here. He's been to the US Open for several years. And Rana, maybe I should probably reveal my presence here at the US Open. You want to hear? In 10 years?
Yes.
Here's Farhan Ali, 122 for 3. So the US Open celebrates their 10th year. I've only missed the first year. I've only missed 2008.
So this is your 9 years, so you are a pro over here too?
Yeah, I've been around here. 123 for 3, 17 runs required.
And me and Lenny, we're going to take a break, and Shah Faisal and Vinod Mamshan will take you to the end of the inning.
Well, we're back here, 122 for 3. Thanks to Lenny and Rana for that last period. And you're looking just behind the batsman, Exquisite Boca Raton. That's the new brand. And we want to thank them for their sponsorship of this tournament. Cut away down to third man as Asma Najam comes into bowl. And that's a single. The score 124 for 3. I think this game is done and dusted, to be honest.
Possibly, yes. Just the last rights to be written. Excellent front chase by the Griffin. Timmy provided them with a good start, and Ebanks has carried on with the good work in company of Rowe. No relation to the great Lawrence Rowe, you know?
I can't say. I know Lawrence Rowe live in these parts. I will send Lenny to do that research.
Keep him busy.
Keep him busy. Outside the awesome by Najam, and this is crashed away for 4. So it's just about going through the motions now. Yeah, Faisal.
All too easy now for the Griffin boys. Loopy delivery, wide outside the off stump. Plenty of time for Ebanks to pick his spot. He went aerial, bouncing into the fence. The catchers still moving the fielders around, but within them they would know that this is pretty much done and dusted, as you said. We know Ebanks 46. See if he can get to his 50. 8 to go.
Time he goes. There is a top edge involved here, but oh, what a catch! What a catch down at the backward square, running wrong, and I'll get pretty soon we'll be able to identify that player.
That was a sensational catch. Running backward, he's taken his left hand out and caught it one-handed. With all this wind around, he did that perfectly and got a sensational catch. We all thought it was all done and dusted, but not before this splendid piece of fielding from the catchers boys.
Well, Qasim Khan took that catch, and he was running away at the backward square. He held on to it. A wonderful effort indeed. 128 for 4. Too little, too late though, as Asman Najam gets a wicket. There you have a look at the Somerset Cavaliers team, the defending champions, and they have packed into their outfit Andrew Russell, Keena Lewis, who actually lives with Andrew Russell.
Oh, does he? Oh, that's an information.
Yes.
The star-studded Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
They look in great shape. Pretty intimidating just to look at that huddle, let alone play against them. Their opponent's work is cut out.
Well, Mark Qureshi is giving advice to the batsman, and he's telling him, look, you can win this game. Although you're playing against me, just keep a calm head, and you'll get the victory.
And on a positive note, the spirit is so good, and the attitude of the players, as we say, the game is done and dusted, but the commitment from the teams is good, and good to see Mark Qureshi passing on probably some of his experience to the younger lot. And that's the value of experience when you have them on the pitch. The first-hand advice comes there and then, and it's very handy. Good spirit. That's all about competitive cricket, but also about the passing on of the knowledge.
Yes, Asman Najam continues. This game, as you said before, it's done and dusted. But more importantly, players come here, as this one is helped away around the corner for 4. Score 132 now for 4. But, you know, players come to this tournament. It's all about development for cricket here in the United States. There's always this argument as to why Cricket Council USA don't go the route of the other international tournaments and just have about 8 teams that could lead to 8 franchises. But Qureshi's vision is not about that. It's about developing cricket in America. So anyone who comes forward and wants to put a team here, imagine you have 24 teams in this year's competition and another 10 teams in the Youth US Open. That's 34 teams. So it's about giving these guys the opportunity. You spoke about the huddle just now and the power in that huddle in terms of the members who are huddling together. And when you look at that, it's a situation where we have this young man, Asman Najam, bowling here, and then he can rub shoulders with Andrew Russell, Keena Lewis, and Evan Lewis, and all these top guys. Looking down there now at the Cavaliers team, I don't know. I'm seeing Ahmed Rana giving advice. I don't know if he's a mentor of some sort for that team.
They better not listen to him if they want to win that game.
I think you'll become a very popular man after that comment.
I won't be allowed in his
Yes.
So he won't let me in after that.
Well, 133 for 4 after 16, and Ahmed Rana is very animated. I wish if my cameraman can probably give me a shot of Ahmed Rana speaking to. Yes, always dressed for the occasion. He's actually dressed like a football manager, and well, yes, yesterday he came here and he was saying that he said you need to come with a suit. I was telling him, and that's okay. Here is Fahan Ali from Genoa and Bowl. That's a good delivery. Fahan has gotten some tap today. Normally is a pretty decent performer. I saw him at the Unity Cup win the title for his team in Chicago, and he is very close friends with Muhammad Ali Khan. They used to drive together from Ohio for around 4 hours. They tell me 4 hours to 5 to come into Chicago to play cricket. That's commitment for you.
Yep. Playing cricket in that part of the easy, especially amateur cricket, is not that easy with the amount of distances you have to cover. It's a very unique experience for me coming from England or Pakistan.
Oh, this delivery is edged just out of the reach of the keeper, but it's a no ball. It wouldn't count anyway. So I think that's the victory formalized there. 5 runs for that. 140 for 4, winning by 6 wickets here. And congratulations to the Atlanta Griffin team. They take care of the Chicago catchers by 6 wickets. Your thoughts on the performance of the Griffin?
I thought Griffin was very professional in their approach for the run chase. Suraj Bali, he assessed the conditions pretty well. He took his time before he unleashed some big strokes and some innovative improvisation that set the tone. And then Ebanks and Rove provided the finishing touches. Rove remained not out for 28. Ebanks was just dismissed before in the last over to a splendid catch. So overall, it was a good performance. They had the benefit of bowling first under helpful conditions after winning the toss, as is always the case with the first game in the morning. So they got the job done. They got the points on the board. And as we getting closer to this next game, knockout stages are beckoning as well.
Yes, you're seeing Kina Lewis, who gives the ball a tremendous thump, and he is there just taking a few throwdowns. He spoke to Coach Rana just now, so he's probably working on some aspect of his game. And Rana has moved across now to Rashid Ahmed, our director out of Houston. So he's a multifaceted guy. He's also giving him advice on how to produce.
Did you know that as soon as the Cavalier boys started their warm-up and stretching, Rana thought it better just to move away from them.
Yes.
He didn't want to take any part in that. Instead of talking, that's what he's best at.
Shah Faisal is giving me a lot of entertainment here this morning as we're looking at the Somerset Cavaliers. They will be up next, and the victory for Griffin, as I wait for my statistician, Roddy Lalman, who will pump up for us the scorecard. So we can just quickly run through that. You're looking at the players just going back now to the pavilion area. And there is Milton. He's produced a good pitch. Kudos to the Jamaican for this pitch that he has produced. And I think everything has run smoothly so far.
Yeah, all credit to the chief curator and all his staff providing an excellent facility. And back-to-back games of that magnitude is never easy for the groundmen. But we just have to remember the people who work behind the scenes to make this happen for us, to be entertained, and for the players to have a platform to perform. So the credit to the ground staff. They've been very efficient and prompt. Everything on schedule.
Yes.
Perfectly organized. Huge
But-
credit.
And there's a scorecard for the Atlanta Griffin. Suraj Bali called the Sal bowl. Fahan Ali 39. Scott was bowled by Shazad early in the piece without scoring. Kazim Khan called Chowdhury bowled Asha at 17. E. Banks called Chowdhury bowled Ashman Najam for 42. That was a critical innings. Road not out 28. Brown not out without scoring 140 for 4. The bowling Shazad 3 overs 1 for 15. Prasad 4 overs none for 30. Arshad 4 overs 1 for 26. Najam 2 overs 1 for 26. And Farhan Ali 3.1 1 for 39. Your final assessment before we take a short break and go and head into the second match.